Chapter 6. Peace and Happiness in Family. A householder driven by a selfish mind has been called by wise men to be entrapped in the clutches of Maya. I am the head of the family. Every member of my family must obey my orders, act as per my wishes and liking, follow my instructions all the time and must willingly live as I wish to keep them. To one who takes up family life with such expectations and desires, his household would assuredly appear nothing but a hell that is full of sorrows, miseries, bindings and disillusionments. It is simply impossible that everyone would become as we want one to be. Every human being is different from all others in terms of qualities, conduct and nature. A person's nature is in fact a conglomeration of intrinsic qualities acquired over many previous births. One's personality can definitely be refined with efforts, but it is not possible that the person would completely surrender his individuality. Everybody has different interests, likings, instincts, feelings, and disposition. No individual would, like an idol of clay, accept every order, and think, speak and do exactly as per others' wish. Some difference of opinions would always exist. A person cannot completely give up all his self-centered interests. Whenever our commands would go against a person's likings or inner motives, he would try to make excuses and avoid following them. Alternately, if our demands far exceed the capability of family members, then none would come forward to meet them. This would ensue dissatisfaction, ill will, anger, and conflicts between us and others in the family, leading to a great disharmony. The household would be filled with agony and sufferings. To prevent such agonizing situations from arising, we need to learn to compromise and accommodate. Rather than being too rigid about our demands and trying to impose our thoughts upon others, we need to be a little soft and accommodating. We must learn to make compromises with others as much as possible, surely up to the extent that no harm is caused and no wrong is done. True that it is our duty to ensure that members of our family adopt righteous ways, but it is also true that to make anyone follow our each and every command faithfully in a short time is also very, very difficult. Things get done when we bend a little. Flexibility and compromises often do wonders. Master trainers at a circus know how much leniency and strictness, and how much time and effort is required to tame uncaught, wild animals and to make them perform great tricks. Too much strictness and too much leniency both are not right. To walk the middle path and to move ahead adopting generosity and forbearance is the most advantageous approach. Happiness and peace can be maintained in the family on this basis. Importance of self-sacrifice. The proper method to create peace, satisfaction and order in family is to adopt the principle of self-sacrifice in personal conduct. We must present ourselves as an example. This would inspire other family members to also adopt self-sacrifice in their conduct. As much importance we give to the principle of less to me, more to others, to that extent peace, harmony and orderliness is attained. A Grihastha yogi must present himself to others as a selfless, impartial, well-meaning attendant of the family. We must not let the thoughts like, what benefit do I derive from my family, and do my family members value my self-sacrifice or not, ever enter our minds. Instead, we should be concerned about whether or not are we like an honest gardener, trying our best to develop our garden. We must always search for answers to the following questions. Am I ever holding back some of my efforts towards my family? Is there any decline in my selflessness and impartiality? Am I being lethargic, or am I procrastinating in fulfilling my duties? If the answers to these questions are negative, then it is a matter of great joy and accomplishment. The positive or negative answers to other questions like, whether anyone appreciates me or not, whether anyone feels indebted to me or not, and whether success has been achieved or not, lie with others. To keep an account of answers to such questions is demeaning our sadhana. A sadhak must never let his happiness depend on others. To feel happy only when others appreciate us is a state of bankruptcy. We must try to locate the source of happiness within our soul itself. There is nothing in this world that can give more happiness than the fact that we have earnestly fulfilled all our duties. The greatest act of service. What is the sign of true benevolence? True benevolence is an act that enhances peace and happiness in the world. The basic intent behind all benevolent deeds like construction of roadside drinking water centers, accommodations for travelers, wells, water reservoirs, gardens, roads, schools, dispensaries, etc. is also that these would reduce discomfort of others and enhance happiness. Several organizations are created and managed for this purpose alone. Similarly, sadhana of various great souls, ascetics, patriots, public servants, benevolent individuals, etc. is also carried out for the same purpose. Even scriptures say that true religion and love for God lies in doing activities that further peace and happiness in the world. There are many different ways of doing benevolent deeds. Among them, a very important way is enhancing sattvic qualities in man, and it is the best. It is many times more virtuous to make someone's thoughts pure and actions superior than donating him food, water, clothes, etc. This is so because once a person gets the righteous direction and inculcates virtuous qualities, then just like a fragrant flower, he lifelong provides peace and comfort to those who come in his contact. A righteous man is like a munificent being who distributes food for soul in large quantities to the needy, and thereby truly supports and uplifts the lives of many more. Sure enough, producing a virtuous man can give much more returns than constructing 10,000 water reservoirs. If we can enrich our families with good sentiments and righteous attitudes, then sattvic qualities will enhance in their nature and character, and that would then guide many, many more who come in their contact. Seeds of a single tree produce several new plants. These in turn produce many more seeds and many more trees. The sequence grows from 1 to 10, 10 to 100, 100 to 1000, and keeps growing forever. Similarly, if we can produce even 4 persons, in our family, say, of righteous character, they would in turn cast their influence upon thousands of others, directly or indirectly. Some among them may turn out to be the likes of Harishchandra, Shivi, Dadhichi, Shivaji and Rana Pratap, whose body of glory lives on even after their physical death, and then this body of glory of theirs for thousands of years keeps inspiring superscript 3 twig qualities in mankind. To create a man who is great and full of sattvic qualities is such a profoundly benevolent deed that it has no comparison with any construction of bricks and cement or any worldly contribution to mankind. Scriptures say that Guru has to share 1/10 of the sins or virtues of his disciples. When students of a class fail, the reputation of the teacher of the class also goes down, while, if the students pass with good marks, the teacher also gets promotion. This is so because in the failure or success of students, the efforts of the teacher also get counted. Thus students' failure or success brings disrepute or appreciation for the teacher too. In the same way, if family members become righteous or unrighteous, the head of the family also has to share the virtues or sins that they accrue. If we manage to make our family members righteous and truthful by our efforts, goodwill and sacrifice, then this high-quality deed of ours would not be inferior to any other benevolent deed in the world. If everyone undertakes to reform one's family, it would take no time to reform the entire world. If everyone sincerely fulfills the responsibility of his field, heaven would descend upon the earth in no time. We must keep examining very carefully the following. Is every man, woman, or child in the family getting sufficient opportunity for the growth of their physical and mental faculties? Is anyone being denied his/her natural right to grow in life and create a bright future? Is anyone getting undue luxuries and pampering, and is anyone else being unfairly pressurized and oppressed? When observed minutely, answers to these 3 questions can clearly point to where there is a need to improve the organization of the family. It has become quite a common practice these days to pamper boys more than girls, menfolk more than womenfolk, and those who earn more than those who earn less or do not earn. These people are always ahead when it comes to choice of food or clothes, for entertainment and for receiving adulation and respect. Unfortunately, women and girls at home are normally considered worthless by our prejudiced society, and very little attention is paid towards their needs, conveniences, and growth. This injustice must be removed with our efforts. Needs of all must be met with, whether they are girls, womenfolk, non-earning members, sick, old or disabled. Happiness in limited means of income. It is incorrect to worry about how can the requirements of all people in the family be met when the income is less. If income is less, then it is necessary to make the lifestyle simple and frugal. If coarse cloth and less expensive food grains are used, way of life is kept simple, and undesirable items of show-off and fashion are voluntarily and happily renounced, then all can live happily in limited resources. There is no wisdom in copying rich, extravagant, fashionable and ostentatious people. Simplicity is a divine quality. The time that is wasted on useless acts can be used to keep home, clothes and body clean and tidy. If unfair partiality exists, then ill will, jealousy and infighting would spring even in wealthy households. On the other hand, if impartiality, evenness, self-sacrifice and cooperation exist, then love and satisfaction would be present even in poverty. This world has many rich people who live luxurious lives, who show off their wealth and indulge in sensual pleasures. There is no need to copy their luxurious, extravagant lifestyles. Instead, we must try to copy their sharp intellect, smartness, hard work, if any, and alacrity. We must learn to look at the qualities that have earned them this grandeur. We must never adopt their polluted thinking and faults like ostentation and display of wealth. Simplicity and poverty are no hindrances to maintain peace and happiness in family life.